Oh, there I go again, reading the book. Once again, John Pollock, your host for this segment of Community Viewpoint. If you remember correctly, we're in a two-shot. Francie and I were, E.F. Winters and I were talking about her new book, Sharks and Minnows, and we were talking about storytellers. We led into it, and what you were a storyteller. You sort of when you were on the bridge of the Enterprise too.
Well, I suppose kind of. I mean, if you want to look at it, lots and lots of things are storytelling. Much of art is storytelling, and that's why I began teaching talented and gifted programs as a storyteller, performance storyteller, but then quickly evolved into, wait a minute, we can tell stories through all these other things, and so we did multimedia storytelling and had the kids working whatever media they were comfortable with. But what we couldn't really say in the first segment, because in a minute you can't really talk about the history of storytelling, but storytellers, back in like caveman or tribal days, they were the keepers of the tribe's entire history and all of the stories that went on with that. And so when things would happen in the tribe, the storyteller would decide what story needed to be told for any particular evening or any particular event. And they might change a little thing here and there or something, but if there was something going on in the village, maybe, infidelity or, somebody being non-courageous or, just any kinds of number of things. They had all these stories that they, of course, had to keep in their head that they would be able to pull out and use to kind of remind the village, where they should be and the lessons, the moral fiber that particular culture believed should be encouraged and brought up. So they were, the people that are saying, here's our heroes and here's the people we laugh at, and then they would also, of course, have to look for a new generation, someone else who could memorize everything that they knew, and they would pass those things on to them. But it was a really important place in society, and I think of, whether they're storytelling, again, through art or through their music or whatever, I think that's what artists do. They are still trying to hold up that this is who we believe society, wants to become in their best heart of hearts, or, this is where we're failing, we could do better. Yes, there are songs that don't have much to do with that, but I don't listen to the music.
We have our own storytellers. We have like Selwyn and Genesee from the newspaper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. But they just report. They don't tell stories.
That's true.
Right. It's the facts, just the facts, man. But storytelling, history back in Shoshone, when they have special events over there, they talk about the storyteller out there.
Yeah.
They sit in front of the little store, and that's the thing to do. Like on the weekends, they're all out there, and there's a storyteller, someone telling them, and that's their entertainment, because that's before the internet, that's before the
radio.
Television, and probably radio back then too.
Yeah. So in light of that, we do have the Methodologies project that I'm the director of, in the segue here. We're doing a performing arts camp this summer, July 7th through the 11th. At the Nye Communities Coalition. It is free of charge. We're going to run it daily from 9 to 4, July 7th through the 11th. That's the first full week after, the July 4th holiday kind of weekend. You need to call the coalition and reserve your spot. So you can just call and they'll send you through to me and I can write down your name and everything. We're looking, we don't expect hordes of people. We're looking for a few dedicated people that are interested, young people, so that's available to ages 12 through 18. If they really want to be committed and learn acting and maybe some commercial kind of work, we're going to work with those things. That's what we're going to focus on: acting basics, theater basics, and on-camera work. When we had for the when we did the Family Twilight Zone and the High Desert Film Festival was in, we had some wonderful guest speakers there. We had Sophie Simmons came in and talked to our kids about the business of auditioning and everything. And it was clear that there was an interest among some of our performers that, we're not that far away from LA. If you really get the newspapers and you pay attention, a lot of people could actually run over for auditions and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they do hold auditions a lot in Vegas. That's real common at one of the regional areas a lot. So We're gonna learn how to audition on camera, how to do cold reading, the basics of, again, live theater, because that's a lot of what you can do to hone your craft. The kids really do need to understand that this isn't just playtime, though. It's fun, but they're going to need to memorize their stuff. So within that week, you're going to need to memorize your scenes. You're going to have to spend some time outside of the workshop time, or you're not going to be able to move forward very fast.
Right.
Because I can't direct you very well and give you the experience that I have of years of coaching if you got your face in the book. So, so we hope that they'll, come and register for that. Again, it's free of charge, involved with Methodologies Project. And
there's a phone number on there too?
There is. There's one on there, but I'll say it. It's 727-9970. 727-9970 if you have a piece of paper and a pencil. We're going to say reserve your spot by the 3rd so that I can plan and have copies and everything. They need to bring their own lunch and their own refillable water bottle because, hey, we're all about recycling there at the Coalition. And or you can email me at Francie, Francie, at nyecc.org, nyecc.org. So, or just call the number. It's really easy. Say, I want to talk to Francie. They'll send you through. Okay?
Right.
How's that?
And that's great. And then we have the picture of
We do.
Noah.
We have a picture here. Yep, I think they have that of Noah, who is one of our Methodologies kids back in the day. Now he's way too busy for that because now he's doing news, on the Channel 46. But this is a picture of him being Rod Serling.
And a very good
Yes. He was
likeness.
wonderful.
Yes.
He was a wonderful Rod Serling. So we're so lucky up here. Our kids are getting so many cool opportunities. It's really amazing. These opportunities would cost a lot of money in other communities. Kids that say there's nothing to do here aren't trying hard enough to get out of the house.
Yes.
Yep.
Many things to do.
We've got all kinds of cool things to do.
Yes.
Including being in AmeriCorps.
AmeriCorps, yes. Oh, my T-shirt's too far away from me. Yes.
Yeah. We're in the process of getting approved for a new year of AmeriCorps, and at Nye Communities Coalition. So that's a wonderful paid volunteer position. You get paid like $600 a month.
Yeah, it's a stipend.
Yeah, it's a stipend. Yeah.
Oh, we saved it. Great.
Oh,
Thank you.
nice, good job.
Yes.
And then if you finish your minimum number of hours, which is 900, that's the minimum. And if you finish that and you're good standing with all the other things, then you get a educational award. Stipend again. They call it a stipend anyway. And it's gone up to $2,885. That's for you to use for a trade school, any place that would take FAFSA, any place that would take federal aid, you can use it, and you just tell them this is where it's going, and they'll pay it for there. So
yeah, because I'm looking at Truckee Meadows up north. They take the grants, and there's classes. They're a trade school basically,
Yeah.
but they do classes for solar. So I'm going to look into
Cool.
that. Yes.
well, you have to be 18 or older by a certain point in the thing. I did have a high school student this last year. It's tough. It's not impossible, but you could have a senior. That's the youngest we go. It's a lot better for someone who's just in college part-time, or trying to take a year's break between something. But the Coalition is a wonderful place to work, and they do a lot of trainings. You get a lot of opportunities, and it's really good that way.
Yes, I want to go to school at my advanced age too.
That's
yes,
because
I
you're
do.
a lifelong learner, John,
Yes,
and that's a really
oh.
good thing to be.
Yes, that's a good
Yes.
thing. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Speaking of the Coalition, though,
Well, let's do one thing.
yeah, and it's not actually all the Coalition, is it?
No.
It's a whole bunch of places.
I promised this lovely lady that stops me in front of Smith's every time I'm over there. She watches the show, and I thank you very much for that. We had a lady on here talking about the summer food program that's sponsored by the Nye School District, Nye County School District, and it's from June to basically August for different areas, Pahrump, Amargosa Valley, I forget where else was on there, also possibly Beatty, but there's food to be available for underprivileged kids,
Right.
that don't have the ability to eat properly. That's the poster right there. Well, I promised her that I would ask the lovely people in the office, the town office, and if you go to prumpenv.org, that's the town webpage, you go to the left side of their the main page that's quick links. Look at acknowledgments. Click on that, then go to the bottom of the page, and you'll find the both sites that are there. Let's see, a poster that you just saw, and the Nye County School District summer site schedules. It'll be over there.
Yeah.
And above those, the movies in the park. I just noticed that now too.
Yeah, they're coming back out.
Right,
Gary
starting-
Bouchard's people, yeah.
The first one was Frozen, the second one's going to be Thor, Despicable Me 2, Man of Steel, Mr. Banks, The Nut Job, Hobbit, and Jungle
Cool.
Boot.
And they show our PSAs before their show.
That's even better.
They're very nice people.
So if
very
you're
nice.
looking for the list, it'll be on the town webpage. And thank you, Susan and Stephanie and everybody in the office for putting
And
it
these,
up there.
the summer food program, you don't have to qualify for that.
18 or below.
We qualify as an area already, and that's why it's happening. You don't have to walk in and like prove that you're, and get out a bunch of stuff and make it awkward. The children can go and eat. They'll be
Right.
fed.
United States Department of Agriculture program, and it's 18 or under, or if you're handicapped or disabled, 21 or under. So that's important. Sometimes we can't always provide for ourselves or our kids. So
It can be tough.
So J.G. Johnson, there's a couple other schools in the area also that will have it available. I don't have the list in front of me, but if you go to the town webpage, it's there. Also, the school supply drive, June 2nd through July 7th. If you go to the Nye Community Coalition's webpage, we have a newsletter each month. This is this month's newsletter. You can find all this cool stuff like I have. Also the health fair, back to school health fair. We'll have another program about that. Saturday the 19th of July, 9 a.m. till noon at Desert View Hospital. Can't miss it. It's the only hospital we have.
And that's where we're going to give out the school supplies.
Yes.
Yep.
Immunizations, sports physicals, dental screenings, vision screenings, face painting, and more. Face painting.
But you have to wait in line for it to start.
Yes.
That's the thing. You just got to be nice to wait in line. And there's all kinds of great things. And the other thing that I think is the most common mistake that they make is they come and they think that their child isn't with them. Your child has to be with you to get the things. So
Go see our newsletter, Nye Community Coalition. We're on the internet. And we're on TV right now, but we're saying goodbye, so we'll see you next week. Thank you.